Good afternoon everyone and welcome back. I'm just shutting this cow in. She has got a bit of a lame foot at the moment, so we tend not to have too much lameness, and usually it's just either a stone or a bruise that sort of makes them go a bit lame. But I've had a look at her, I can't find anything visibly wrong. The hoof's a little bit soft than it shouldn't be, so I have treated her. I've given her depicelin, and I'm just letting her go to the night break. So the cows are going in here tonight, they're down the back. There's not much point in her walking all the way back there, so she can just come in here, and then she only has to walk up to the shed in the morning and back down, and that's the only walking she'll do. So take the pressure off her a little bit. What's happening today? Well, Mark's coming out soon or later, I'm not sure what time he wants to come yet, and we're going to have a look at the new grass, because I had a look yesterday and it's looking a little bit weedy, so I'm not concerned. Well, I'm a little bit concerned, I should say. So it'd be quite nice to know his opinion and see what we should do next. There's a little bit of rain coming in tonight too, so I need to put a bale on the tractor, feed out for the lows. There's only a couple bales left, and then we will stop the supplement for them. But first I need to go and have a look and see where they're going. And it sounds like Mark's ringing me now. Yeah, g'day Mark. What did you say, 1:30? Yep, no, sweet as, that sounds good Mark, we'll see you then. Alright, bye. So this is where we keep all the records, I suppose, of where the cows have been. So this is just a calendar, and see, these are the numbers of the paddock. So that's Dad's herd, and that's my herd. It's scribbled out of the, I've changed things obviously, and this is what he's left me. So he's away for 8 days, so that's their morning paddocks and night paddocks. So today is Tuesday. They're in 27 now, and they're going in 13 tonight. Where's 13? I should know the paddock numbers. There, alright, that's easy. Nice and close to the morning too. Here's paddock 13 here, so Dad's fenced it in half for me. So they get 2 days in here obviously. A little bit of grass. Walnuts are starting to drop at the moment too, which is good. But it's about 1:15, so we're going to open these gates for Mark. He should be here fairly soon, I'd say. So while I'm over here waiting, I might as well check on the irrigator and see how well it is. So I just need to check on the ends and make sure there's nothing blocked. That end's good, the other end looks pretty fine too, I think. There's nothing in that. No, that's good. So we call this the travelling irrigator. This is how the effluent goes on, so we don't spread anything with the tanker. It all just gets pumped from the sump at the cow shed, and the sump's a 25,000 litre concrete tank. Once that fills up, we can turn it on, and then it gets pumped through to these hydrants. So we've got a few of these hydrants around, then up these alkathene hoses, and then through this. So this irrigator is just pulled along by itself. So as you look down here, you can see these ends are pointed out this way, which in turn means that it will spin around, and there's a winch on here, and as it spins it winds itself up. So there's just a metal wire, and it's just tied on the bottom of a hedge up there, and that's how the effluent gets pumped out. It's pretty watery, like we don't have thick stuff, so it handles it pretty well. What do you think, Mark?
I remember we had a little bit of fat hen,
yeah,
in the maize at that particular time.
Yep, yep. Oh, they re-drilled it, he skipped the pass.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, so there's a skip down there, and he re-drilled that last night, yeah.
Hey look, we've got some clover coming through. I reckon we just hit this now, eh?
You reckon?
Yeah, we've got to, can't do anything else. Try and protect that grass, eh?
Yeah.
I just thought it might have been a bit young, but it's actually a lot better than I thought. It's not very good strikes through here, eh?
No, I reckon it's real patchy, eh?
Yeah. It's probably still germinating.
Wow, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
But real patchy. Look at that,
Yeah.
there's nothing in there except the weed.
No. You know, sort of, there's one shoot there. one.
Bit of clover coming through.
Yeah. That's what I'm worried about, is that bloody clover. I like, basically, you know, like to have the 2 trifoliate leaves on the clover.
Yep.
But when you get a situation like this, you just got to hit it.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Well, it's not good, but it's reassuring. So it's just all this fat hen here, and you probably heard it, but he said get onto it as soon as, so he's going to drop some spray in tonight. What have I got? I've got 2 bales, so I might try and feed them out tomorrow, and then I can take the feeder off and won't need to put it back on again. So I might whack the sprayer on and do it myself, or I could leave it till next week until Dad gets home, but I really want to do it now, or as soon as, really. Someone said in one of my videos to cut the wrap on top here before I stick it on the fork, so I've been doing it and I find it way easier, so thanks. I made that look way harder than it should have been. It's just that bottom fell in and I couldn't pull the netting around. But these bales are for Dad's herd. There's 1 bale left over there, and these are going to be saved for next season. So I'm going to give them half a bale for the next 4 days, just so I don't go cold turkey on them. And then once these are finished, they'll be on grass for the rest of the year now. I just shot home to whack on my wet weather gear because I think I'm going to get wet at some stage. It was raining just in here before when I came back down, but it looks like it's moved over there, so that's fine. I thought I was going to get wet, but I still think I might at some stage. Just set this up and then the cows can walk here by themselves. Hey gilly gillies. And this is where they'll go tomorrow morning. This is the steepest paddock that we have on the farm. It is quite steep, but it still grows grass. Oh, hey girl, you coming for a pat? Nah, laters. And the chicory's gone, there's no more chicory. well, there will be a little bit that pops up, but it's had a pretty good result. So they came and direct drilled this a week ago, last Wednesday I think it was. We just use a seed that the contractor gets from Source, which makes it nice and easy. And yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. You can see these big brown patches up in the hill. So there's one here too. So this is called couch, and it's sort of like a big weedy grass mat. So we're trying to really break this down. Hopefully after this time we doubled the rate, we'll get it again in the spring and then in the autumn, which then it'll go back into permanent. So by then hopefully these mats aren't quite so tough and we can get grass through it. But we'll dig down, see if we can find a seed. There's a drill row here. So, there's one sticking up. It's pretty hard to see, but there's a grass sticking up there. There's a few shoots coming through. Oh, it's away. Give it another week and I reckon you'd be able to see these drill rows. This annual certainly smokes along once you get a bit of moisture. The ground temp's pretty good at the moment. It's still pretty warm, so that helps. We sort of use these paddocks for carving. This one's long and sort of rectangle, so we just whack a wire up and brake fence them. But I'm not sure if we'll do that this year on the annual. It is quite good to carve on though, because if you make a bit of a mess, it's not too bad because there'll chicory go in behind it. Or what I'd ideally like to do is probably save it and bale it for bales. You'd get a good crop off it. It's nice and heavy, so we can add that to, well, supplement feed for next summer I think. But I don't know, we've got a bit of time to think about it, so we'll see what happens. It's funny, eh? Some cows go straight for the grass, some go straight for the silage. I guess we all have different tastes. Got the hiccups, girl. So everything's pretty much fed. I've just got to set the shed up now and give the calves some maize, and then I'm pretty much done. It was quite good the tanker came last night, so I get a 15-minute sleep in the morning because the cows are nice and close too. But it was just good getting that second opinion from Mark today. He goes around and checks a lot of crops. That's sort of his job. So it was good to get someone like that out and have a look. As he said, sooner rather than later, be proactive about it. So hopefully he's going to drop some spray off tonight and I can get onto it in the next couple of days. But thanks again for watching guys, and we'll see you all again next time.